Okay, so a continuation of this part, right? Let's figure out this. Finding A, B, C, and D. Once again, you can highlight it for yourself. You can pause it here, or I can show you how to highlight them, and let's see how many you get. Then you can try to answer it yourself. So we have 140 here, then we have A here, vertically opposite angles, right? I'm gonna try it different ways here. Then we have co-interior angles, the C and 140 co-interior angles. Then I have the D and the 140 corresponding angles, right? What other one do we have here? We have B and the 140 degrees alternating angles. So in this question, we're using different ways to answer this question, right? Different reasoning for each part. So let's put our words on paper now. So we're gonna say angle A equals to 140 degrees. The reasoning, alternating angles. Then you say, why do you, oh no, not alternating angles. My head is already far. Vertically opposite angles, right? Vertically opposite angles, right? Then you come back and say, we said C there. C is equals to, all right, you can say C equals to 180 minus 140. I just want to make it simpler for you guys so that you can understand it. You're going to say C plus 140 is equal to 180 degrees. What is our reasoning? Co-interior angles. Remember, these only exist within parallel lines. Where is a different marker? Parallel lines. That is parallel to that, right? So what is our parallel lines? Our parallel lines is HK and ST. So HK is parallel to ST, right? And then we can't add C and 140 together, so we'll take 140 to the other side. We're left with C is equals to 180 minus 140, and that will give us C is equals to 40 degrees, right? Second answer. Let's move on to the next one. So that's A, that's C. We said D is corresponding angles. How do we do corresponding angles? We say D is equals to 140. What is our reasoning? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Please write the full thing. HK is parallel to ST. Your third answer, given a different reasoning. We have vertically opposite co-interior and corresponding angles. Let's do the last one then. Angle B is 140 degrees. What is our reasoning? Alternating angles. Which two lines are parallel? HK is parallel to ST. And we're done. We've answered all of them, right? I'm going to erase it and then I'm going to show you once again, right? Let's start with blue. We said A is 140, right? 140 there, vertically opposite angles. Then we said C is 180 minus 140. What is the reason there? We said co-interior angles. That is our U right there. That is our U, right? Then we said D is 140 degrees. D is 140 degrees. What is our reasoning? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles is our F. You see that? Then we said the final one, B is 140 degrees. What is the reasoning for that? Alternating angles, right? At the end of the day, it's not a must for you to do it a certain way, right? We could have also said A and B are corresponding angles. We found A first because it's vertically opposite angles. Then we said corresponding angles there, right? Then we would have found D by saying vertically opposite angles, right? Once we found D, we could have just said angles on a straight line with C, or said angles with a straight line with D and C. Many ways to the same answer, just that you should know these different paths so that in case they don't give you one route available, then you can use the other one. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's very important, right? It's very, very important. Here's another one, but it's still the same thing that we've been doing this whole time, right? We have this diagram. They want us to find all the sizes for all the angles, all right? First, we look at it. 130 there and K. Doesn't that look like vertically opposite angles? Then we come again. K and J. What connection can you see there? Do we not see an F there? So that would mean corresponding angles. Okay, let's put that into words then. We start by saying, remember we found K first, right? So we're going to say K is equals to 130 degrees, right? And it's vertically opposite angles, right? If you're asking yourself, why isn't vertically opposite angles, why don't those also need parallel lines? It's because if I said angles on a straight line here, this part, angles on a straight line, this would give me 50 degrees, right? Then I can turn again and say angles on a straight line here. Let me erase all this. I can also turn and say angles on a straight line here. I already know that this is 50 degrees, so I say 180 minus 50, that gives me 130. I don't need any lines to be parallel for me to find that, right? So once we have that, we know that these two are equal because of corresponding angles. So we're just going to say that angle J is equal to angle K, and their corresponding angles. Please write the full thing. And then now we say, what is our reasoning? Line AB is parallel to line CD, right? Remember, parallel, not equal. So two lines like that to say it's parallel, CD. There. Therefore, angle J is equal to 130 degrees. And that's your answer. Right? Perfect. For the last two, I hope at this point you at least have an idea or have some kind of understanding of how we use these, right? For this one, we're going to try and use all of them to get to the answer, right? You see, this is a long one. Yeah, we're going to try to use this to get to the answer, meaning that we're going to use everything here. We're going to use vertically opposite angles, we're going to use angles on a straight line, we're going to use corresponding angles, and we're going to use co-interior and lastly alternating angles, right? So for this one, I'm not going to write it out fully. I'm just going to show you, and I hope that you'd be able to write it out, right? So let's start here. 154 degrees and 2, vertically opposite, right? Then we say 154 degrees and 1 here, and we say angles on a straight line, right? Then we say this 2 and the 4 co-interior angles, right? Remember, if this is 154, you're going to say 180 minus 154, and you're gonna get angle 4, this one here, right? Once we have angle 4, we have access to this side. So just to make it fun, we're gonna say angles on a straight line here, right? Yeah, let's say angles on a straight line. What haven't I used? Straight line, vertically opposite, co-interior angles. Okay, I'm gonna use straight line here, and then I'm gonna say 2 and 6, right? We can see that little F there. Excuse my drawing. Yeah, I was never good at creative arts. Then we can say corresponding angles there, right? And then lastly, it's the 7. Oh, I didn't do this well. I forgot. Oh no, I didn't forget. Perfect. Good save. So this 4 and this 3, we can see a little Z there. Then we can use alternating angles there. And then the last one is 7. For 7, we can just use vertically opposite angles. There, vertically opposite. And you found everything that you want, right? This question is perfect because now you can test yourself, right? Try finding, for example, angle 5 using all 3, using vertically opposite, well, all 5, right? Using vertically opposite, using straight lines, angles on a straight line, using corresponding angles, and then using co-interior angles. Then also use alternating angles. Just with angle 5, try using all 5 to get to that same answer, right? This one we can now say 33 degrees and 21 degrees there, right? Already we can see that these lines are parallel there and there, right? So we can already say that here, this Z showing up here is for Z for Z, right? And then this Y here alternating also. Then we can say straight line for X and Z, right? Put those into words and try it for yourself, right? For this one, parallel lines, we already know that, so we can look for an F, so it's 48, and B. We can look for a straight line here, 154, and C, right? If you have C, then you know alternating angles there, and then already if you have that, you can say angles on a straight line, right? Hopefully that explains things, and then you're able to apply all these to answer your questions. Please remember to write your full explanations as to how you got to that answer.